Stephanie! Jake! Hold it! Get out of the way! Oh!
He recognized me. What's the point of running? We're finished.
We can get away, we've still got a chance.
Don't go after them, Jake. You'll ruin everything with Prince Amal.
That was Stephanie.
It was Princess Talitha. She was upset at you seeing her unveiled.
Oh, yeah? What about you?
Look, it's different for me. I worked for Harper in the Middle East. I've known Talitha since she was a child.
That was Stephanie.
You can't shake him.
We can make Eden, though.
Eden? Jono, it's over. He knows and nothing's going to change his mind.
Maybe, maybe not. It's worth one last roll of the dice. Here. Come on.
Oh, don't splash it on, Michael. I want a nice, even tan. Gently.
I'm sorry, madam.
You'll soon get the hang of it. Practice makes perfect.
Good morning, Mrs. Stewart.
Amal. That'll be all, thank you, Michael. Well, what an unexpected pleasure. Oh, forgive me, I'm a little oily.
Don't worry. Forgive me for not telephoning. I wish to speak to my sister.
Oh, she's not back from the horse stud yet.
Indeed.
Jake went out there, too. He's probably showing the princess around. I know he's very eager to be hospitable to such valued clients.
In that case, I shall await their return.
If you'll just excuse me while I change, and then you can tell me what made you decide to become a cattle station owner.
What are you doing?
Red light. Gotta obey the rules.
Jono, this is no time to become a solid citizen.
It's more exciting this way.
Where did you learn of this land, Amal?
Through certain agents.
It's a desolate place to choose for such a large and expensive retreat.
I am a Bedouin at heart, Mrs. Stewart. Desolate areas appeal to me.
Certain agents. Who were they?
As you must know yourself, in business, it is very unwise to divulge one's secrets.
Yes, of course.
Aha! Is everything as it should be?
Her Highness wishes to go to her room.
So is something wrong?
No, please, I must rest.
Jilly, stop her! It's Stephanie!
What is this madness?
Stephanie!
Jake, for God's sake!
That woman is Stephanie Harper. I saw her behind that very convenient veil.
What is this, some joke? Some new business tactic? Humiliating my family?
I'll require answers out of you in about 5 seconds. Come on, let's have some proof, Your Royal Highness. Let's see the face.
Take my sister to her room. Guard her.
You can pontificate all you like about your precious sense of honor, Amal, but I know you've got Stephanie up there. How long do you think you can get away with this, eh?
Amal, obviously Jake's made a dreadful mistake, but there is one way to solve the matter.
And give him what he wants? Out of the question. No man may look upon my sister's face.
Of course. But I'm a woman.
I can't allow this.
Sheikh Amal has agreed to it. Your Highness, I'm so sorry about Jake's behavior. Let me go back downstairs and tell him how wrong he was.
You may do so. Now.
Well, I can't go down there and tell him I haven't seen your face. Jake has an instinct for lies. Your Highness, I'm so sorry, and I know Jake will want to make abject apologies. I only hope that you and your brother can accept them.
I doubt it. Please, go.
You can drop the self-righteous bit, Amal. I'd have thought a man of your standing would have thought twice before being part of a conspiracy involving a fake death.
Shut up, Jake! Amal, Jake was deeply disturbed by Stephanie's suicide. We all were. I beg you to make allowances for that.
What the hell are you talking about?
The woman upstairs in that bedroom is Princess Talitha. I saw her face. It wasn't Stephanie, so I wouldn't say another word about it if I were you, Jake.
No, Jilly. I'm not going crazy. I saw Stephanie at the stables. I followed her here. I didn't let that car out of my sight. They pulled a switch. Stephanie must still be up there somewhere.
I am in your country, under your Western laws. But one more word regarding my sister's honor, and your head will be lonely for your shoulders, Jake Saunders. You! Go to my sister. Bring down her luggage immediately. We are leaving.
I tell you, they pulled a switch. The real princess must have been up there already.
Amal.
My business with your company is finished. I will consider what else must be done to redress my sister's honor. Ruining you may not be enough.
I saw my brother with Jilly by the pool, and then I was almost caught by the servants as I crept into the house. It was so exciting.
You saved the day.
Oh, no.
It's me. Jilly fell for it. Your brother wants you out of here. He's breathing fire.
I feared this.
And I said I wouldn't involve you.
When you rang, it was I who made the decision. Amal always worries about my honor. But it is also honorable to help a friend.
Steph, you've got to get out of here fast. Jake thinks you're still here.
He doesn't know Eden the way I do.
We'll meet you down at the waterfront.
Amal, please reconsider.
Escort my sister to the car.
I haven't done anything to offend you, have I?
Eden is your home.
Even so,
I have nothing against you personally, Mrs. Stewart. But any further dealings with your company are, of course, out of the question.
nice going, Jake. A really wonderful day's work.
Stephanie was here. Use your head. She and Amal were trying to set us up.
I don't blame you for sticking to your story. I wouldn't like to admit to myself that in a few short hours I'd behaved like a fool, cost the company a fortune, and lost one of our most wealthy and prestigious clients.
Listen, Stephanie was here.
You're hurting me. Talitha looks a little like Stephanie. How can you be so sure it wasn't a mistake?
I'm sure.
Oh, really? Why don't you admit you saw what you wanted to see? I'm right, aren't I?
I'm gonna go and check the other rooms.
You wanted to be alive. You're still in love with her, aren't you? You've been lying to me all along. We're finished. Get out!
Business is booming, mate.
Yeah, look, sorry I can't sit with you.
Maybe later.
Look after my girl.
I've never seen a guy so much in love. You happy, Sass?
Angelo's gentle, kind. I'd be a fool not to be happy.
That's not an answer.
If you're going to start talking about Tom, I'm leaving.
Sorry. Here's to the future, huh?
No point in toasting to the past. Dennis,
That's Mum's ring.
I know that.
Tell me where you got it. It's important, Sass.
The day of the wedding, a vase was smashed.
I remember that.
Well, this was lying amongst the broken pieces. It seemed weird at the time, but I didn't say anything to you because you were so upset already.
Sass, you don't understand. I saw that ring on Mum's hand the night she disappeared. Now you tell me who put that ring there for you to find on your wedding.
I knew it. She's alive. But Dennis, why hasn't she contacted us?
Because if everyone thinks she's dead, she's in the best possible position to strike back at Jake.
Oh, but to do that to us again? Would she go that far?
Don't you see? She'd have to. We'd never been able to carry off being grief-stricken if we'd known the truth. I did the same thing myself. I put everything on the line to fix Jake and Julie. I already have.
What do you... Dennis, what have you done?
Nothing. The important thing is that whatever Mum's got planned, no one else must know what we know.
What about Dan?
Not even Dan.
Oh, Mr. Sanders. Mr. McMaster asked me to stay and finish some letters for him.
Good. I've got work that can't wait myself.
Oh, I was just leaving. I have a date tonight. But I could come back first thing in the morning.
I said work that can't wait. Now, if you want to get another job, that's up to you.
Of course not. I'll stay.
Right. I want a comprehensive file on Sheikh Armal, including profiles of all his family. Plus, I want you to examine Bill McMaster's file and find out if at any time he worked with this company in the Middle East, and if so, if he had anything to do with Sheikh Armal's family. I'll be in my office.
I can't believe I got the part.
That's exactly how you got it. Do you believe in yourself?
Thanks to you. Oh, I know it's only a few lines, but it's a beginning. Maybe I have a future.
That's all I need, a career girl.
Maybe. But I told you, nothing I do is going to be as important to me as you are. Hi, Sarah. Hi. Dinner will be ready soon. I'm cooking something special to celebrate. I got the part I auditioned for.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Anything wrong?
Why should there be?
Oh, just the look you had on your face when you came in. I thought that Jessica and I had your blessing.
Jessica's a lovely girl, Dan. Supposing Mum was still alive.
Sass, now that kind of wishful thinking is pointless. The last thing your mother would want is to have this family in a state of perpetual mourning.
Sorry.
Losing one kind of happiness doesn't mean you never get another chance. You have Angelo. I have Jessica.
I should never have listened to either of you.
Stephanie is my friend. What else was I to do?
You will be silent. My sister, playing the role of intruder like a thief in the night.
Amal, what can I say? I wish it hadn't happened.
I had your word that Talitha would not be involved.
Look, we were making it up as we went along. Jake was on our tail. It was the only thing I could think of.
I should have known this was your idea.
Look, all right, my mistake. But we got lucky, okay? If it makes you feel better, I'll take the blame. Apologies all round, no hard feelings. Shake hands.
In certain parts of my country, men like you are required to live without their hands.
Stephanie and Jono did not realize how angry you would be.
But you did. Go to your room.
Do you have to treat her like a naughty child?
In my country, the women obey.
Well, in that case, I'd never be happy living there.
I would have hoped by now Stephanie would have gained some understanding of my culture. Bill, I've been expecting you.
Your Highness, I'd like to speak to Stephanie.
Let's go to the other room, Bill.
In those few moments when I was trying to stop him following you, one thing became crystal clear. There was no doubt in his mind that it was you. The damage has already been done.
Well, can't you convince him that it wasn't me? Can't you at least try?
Well, for what it's worth.
You're going to have to, Bill. Everything we've planned will be useless once Jake's guard's up.
Do you think you should let me in on what this is all about? Has it got anything to do with that land in the Northern Territory?
The idea was to get Jake curious as to why Amal would pay so much for the land.
And you succeeded there. I was wondering too.
Then, pretending to be Talitha, I was going to let drop to Jilly that there was oil on the land.
And thinking it was worth a mint.
Jake and Jilly step in and buy it, thinking they're double-crossing Amal and making themselves a fortune. Then I use the money to fight for the company.
Well, with friends like me, you don't need enemies.
What do you mean?
I was suspicious. I had a survey done on that land. It's on Jake's desk now. When he reads it, he'll know the land is worthless.
But has he read it?
Well, maybe not. All this charging around after you.
Bill, you're going to have to try and get it back. Tonight.
Suppose you were wrong.
I'm not wrong. It was Stephanie.
You didn't have to tell me you're obsessed with the woman. That is plain enough.
And I'm not denying it.
And I said it was bad business. Are you telling me there is no chance that you made a mistake today?
No.
Because if you did, not only have you blown the Middle East connection, you've also thrown away all the work you put in on Jilly.
Finished.
I didn't believe you could do it, but you made Jilly fall in love with you. She was a time bomb, you defused her. Now I can hear the ticking again. My advice to you is to go to Jilly, tell her you made a terrible mistake today, beg her forgiveness. I'd suggest the same thing with Sheikh Amal, but I don't think it would do any good. With Jilly, it might, if you're lucky. Good night, Jake.
Well?
Mr. McMaster did spend several years in the Middle East. Sheikh Amal's father considered him a personal friend, and he was a frequent guest at the palace. I've included Mr. McMaster's personnel file in case you need some more details.
Yeah, okay, give me the stuff on Amal's family.
Sheikh Amal has several brothers and one sister, Talitha. Will that be all, Mr. Sanders?
Yeah. Not quite. Burning the midnight oil, Bill?
I hoped I'd find you here. I think we should discuss this afternoon.
You can go.
Yes, sir. Good night, Mr. McMaster.
Good night, girl.
I've just been checking out your story, Bill.
You didn't really think I'd tell such an obvious lie.
Oh, I think you're capable of anything when it comes to protecting Stephanie.
Stephanie is dead. What little loyalty and care I have left is for this company. I will not stand by and watch you destroy our relationship with a valued international client just because of some delusion.
Yes, well, you know where the door is. I've got work to do. If
you're finished with my personal details, I'd like to return them to where they belong.
Bill? That Northern Territory land survey. It's overdue.
Yes. I'll give them a rocket in the morning.
Well, everyone's entitled to a bad day, aren't they?
I'm just being realistic about yesterday. I always knew you were a lying, unscrupulous creep. Why should I be surprised when you remind me of the fact? What are we doing here? Returning to the scene of the crime?
Well, I figured after yesterday you deserved a token of my affection. The horse. It's yours. You can decide for yourself which part of its anatomy I remind you of.
Isn't that the horse you gave Stephanie?
Well, it's yours now. Whatever you thought last night, you were wrong.
Replace one lie with a bigger one.
No, I'm not in the business of raising ghosts. I don't want to lose you. He's a thoroughbred. You two should have a lot in common. What are they doing here?
Dr. Marshall's agreed to let Tara's pride be put into training.
Stephanie's gift from His Royal Highness.
Dan, Jessica, you're looking well.
We were just leaving.
I see she swept you off your feet, Dan. I take it you're no longer in mourning.
I don't think we need to listen to this.
Jilly, one day you'll get what you deserve. I hope I'm there to see it.
We don't have to worry about your future, darling. Dan's always been a pushover for women with scars.
I thought you were mad with me.
Dan and Jessica. Proof enough that Stephanie's dead? If she were alive, she'd never allow that to happen.
I can't argue with that.
I like your gift, Jake. I think I'll call him Revenge. Seems appropriate, don't you think?
What were your hobbies when you were small? Hmm? Pulling the wings off moths?
Butterflies.
But I do not wish to be sent back.
It is not a punishment, Talitha. It is to protect your honor. You are a princess. And I will not have you made the subject of Jake Sanders' investigations.
Jake might be convinced that he didn't actually see me.
I can't afford to take that chance.
And neither can we. Sanders isn't a complete fool. And if I were him, I wouldn't touch that land deal after what happened yesterday.
Stephanie, I still intend to keep my word and help you. If you wish, I will even get back to Sanders and tell him I will continue our business relationship.
No, Amal. I wouldn't have you endure humiliation for my sake. Besides, Jono's right. Jake's finally won. And he doesn't even know it.
You still haven't told me. Am I forgiven?
You've got a lot of ground to make up.
I'm prepared to be humble.
You could start by getting Amal back on side.
No chance, you should know that. Whoever went crawling would lose much too much face.
I want to know why he wants that land. Another 24 hours and I could have squeezed it out of his little sister.
Maybe, maybe. But as far as Amal's concerned, all we can do is cut our losses. Look, I've got to go back to the office. Will I see you later?
Perhaps. You know, Amal doesn't blame me for what happened. I might be able to change his mind. I can be very persuasive.
Amal might be immune to your particular brand of persuasion.
He'd be the first.
Hi. Counting airplanes.
I would like to stay longer. Not only to help Stephanie, but I have not seen much of the world.
Why do you take it?
Take it?
You're an adult. Your brother can't run your life for you.
I don't think you have seen much of the world either. In my country, my duty is simple. I must obey.
Like covering your face? My guess is that behind there you've got a lovely smile.
And my guess is, you're a dangerous man.
Conversation against your religion too, is it?
I do not understand why Stephanie became involved with you. I think she made a grave mistake.
It wasn't me who put Jake on his guard or made things worse afterwards. You and Stephanie did that on your own.
Despite your desire for her, you will never possess her.
I know that.
Then why stay?
Because I don't like losing. And we may still just get our money back.
You said yourself your plan was useless.
Plan A, not Plan B.
If we don't win back Amal's goodwill, we could do untold damage.
That's an exaggeration.
There are 3 points to remember. 1, the business we do with Amal's companies involves millions. 2, Amal is a prestigious client and attracts others to us. Likewise, if he turns his back on us, others could do the same. And 3rd...
Okay, drop it. I get the picture.
3rd, the international business community is watching you very carefully. When this news about Amal breaks, I can promise you there'll be a backlash of no confidence in your management.
Fix it. It's your job. And no overtures to Amal, that's pointless. You said you were going to follow up on that survey of the land he wanted to buy.
Yes, I hope to have it later today. I've been delayed by internal problems. We have a thief, and he's working on rather a big scale.
A thief? Who is it?
Well, as yet, I don't know. There's a possibility that it could be a computer error, but we're talking of a deficit of hundreds of thousands.
Attacked from the outside, undermined from within. My word, what a happy little family Stephanie put together here. Keep me informed.
I got your message.
Have Bill McMaster followed. He's working for Stephanie and he'll lead us straight to her.
Didn't you listen to a word I said last night? You've got a massive business crisis on your hands, and all you can think about is your obsession with a dead woman.
No. Stephanie isn't dead. And until I prove that, this company isn't safe. Now, I gave you a job to do, Anton. Do it.
Oh, you look great. Oh, you should get married more often.
Thanks.
Have you thought about my offer?
Oh, Cassie, I don't want my own usefulness to end just because I'm Angelo's wife. But I couldn't come back here and work for Jilly.
You'd also be working for me. After all, I am part owner.
The answer's still no. But I will keep sending you my designs, though.
Oh, of course. Pity we didn't have them sooner. Could have used some of them in our big fashion parade. The theme is Middle East meets West, inspired by Sheikh Amal and his sister.
I got my invitation, thanks.
Oh, try and get the whole family to come. We don't want any empty seats.
I'll get them along.
How's Dennis?
In one of his moods. Like a train about to derail, you know?
He won't listen to me.
About what? Cassie, if Dennis is in some sort of trouble, I want to know.
Dennis wanted to hit Jake and Jilly where it hurts. I agreed to help. We used the computer to transfer gold bullion from the company to a place where Dennis could get hold of it and sell it on the black market.
That's crazy! Why did you do it?
Pretty obvious, isn't it? At least it was to Dennis. He started stringing me along, pretending that he'd suddenly realized I was the only girl in the world. And I fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker.
We have to stop him.
I've pulled out of it. But Dennis is going it on his own. Sarah, he doesn't know enough about computers to cover his tracks. He'll be caught.
Delivery for DCP Bullion Traders. It's all right, mate, let them through. I'm Gerald Summer, manager of DCP Bullion.
Okay.
Thanks, mate.
Thought you lot went out of business years ago.
Amazing what a change of management can do.
Phyllis, in here.
Hi, Tom. Morning, Dennis. Glad to see you back on your feet.
I'm glad to be back on my feet. The doctors did a great job. I'm not sticking around, you know. I'm going back to the States.
When?
Tomorrow. Do me a favor. Don't tell Sarah. She might decide to say goodbye. I don't think I could handle that.
Sure.
I hear she's pregnant already. Well, good luck to both of them.
How does Bill feel about you leaving?
Oh, he understands.
I was surprised when he went back to work for Jake. I still haven't pinned down what he's doing yet. Management consultant?
Troubleshooter. He says he's already onto someone with their finger in the till. Would you like a drink? I'll get you one.
I hope His Highness will treat what happened yesterday as an unfortunate misunderstanding.
I doubt it. He's a very vindictive man where things like honor are concerned.
So, what are you doing here?
I was responsible for the princess's safety yesterday. He didn't think I did very well.
What has that to do with me?
For the right price, I might be tempted to find a new boss. Especially an attractive one.
And why should I insult Amal by taking an incompetent servant off his hands?
I wouldn't come empty-handed. There's a certain land deal he's very anxious to conclude. Perhaps you'd like to know why.
Why don't you pour me a drink?
Well, a surprise visit from our general manager.
Don't be sarcastic. I've done more for this company today than the rest of your executives put together.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
I know why Amal wants that land. Oil, Jake. All we have to do is beat him to it.
Oh, really? Really? And who gave you this priceless information?
John, the princess's bodyguard.
Jilly, you're kidding.
Your stupidity yesterday actually paid off. John's out of favor for failing to protect the princess properly.
It's a setup. A child could see through it. I've been expecting it all along. We don't touch that land.
A setup? By whom? Give us a name, Jake. Could it be Stephanie?
I told you this morning.
One lie after another. You're still obsessed. You're pathetic. I don't think Amal need bother himself removing your head. The stock exchange might save him the trouble.
Well, I retrieved the survey, but I'm sure we're just delaying the inevitable.
We prepared a fake report for you to give them. It confirms huge deposits of oil.
It's a fool's errand. He won't believe it.
Whose side are you on, Bill?
I just don't like these confidence trick tactics.
When I have the money to do it, then I'll fight legally. Jake stole from me.
Look, why don't you let go? Go back to Dan. Be happy. Be Mrs. Marshall.
It's just not enough anymore.
I'll take your fake survey to Jake. You don't really like the formalities of business, do you?
Not really. No. I find business is about getting what I want. And I don't have too much trouble with that.
Well, let's keep it brief then. What do you want?
The survey on the land Amal's so interested in.
Well, Jake should really see this first.
I am the general manager. I'll brief him on anything he needs to know.
The police won't call it justifiable revenge. They will just put you in jail.
Cassie's got a big mouth.
I know you, Dennis. You're scared, aren't you?
I'm aware of the risks. But I've almost got enough to take Jake on. Damn, Cassie.
God, don't ask me why she still cares about you. And have you thought of this? Whatever Mum's planning, you might be getting in the way.
Oh, we're helping her. Can't you see? I'll have the money to back her in a fight against Jake.
Something wrong?
Family stuff, it's okay.
I thought he might have told you.
Told me what?
Tom's leaving for America tomorrow. I told Dennis you should know.
You were right. Best for Tom. Best for all of us.
I don't think you should do it, Saz.
It's his child. He has a right to know.
What do you think that knowing will change? Losing you almost destroyed him. What will the knowledge of a child do?
He has been lied to all his life, and I won't be a part of that.
Are you thinking of Tom? Or are you just trying to unload your own guilt? Maybe I shouldn't have said that. I know you want to do the right thing. It's your decision.
I think it could be said we have a deal, John.
I quite like working for you. Especially the overtime.
You do it very well. Besides, you told me the truth.
So I get a share of that land? That's part of our deal?
If we can get our hands on it.
Jake Sanders will back you up. After all, you are engaged.
I'll get that land. How I do it is my business. You talk too much, John. Maybe you think too much.
Maybe I've outstayed my welcome.
Not yet.
Jake must have that survey we faked by now. That plus Jilly's persuasiveness, and he'll bite. I'll stake my reputation on it.
An asset of little worth.
Jake's his own man. Jilly doesn't control him.
Not the way she was talking about him. Apparently he's doing figure eights to stay in her good books. But whatever the reasons, it'll work for us.
You spent rather a long time with Jilly.
You don't pull a con like that in 2 minutes. You got to lay the groundwork, so to speak.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'll be out of the shower in 2 minutes flat.
Angelo, I'm going to the airport. Tom deserves to know the truth.
What are you doing to us?
I'm doing what I think is right.
What are you doing to him? You think I don't feel for the guy? And what do we have to look forward to in 5, 10 years' time when he can't stand it anymore and comes back to try and claim his kid?
I'm sorry.
I tried to stop it, Angela.
She's like the rest of the Harpers. They get a hold of something good and they can't wait to destroy it.
Mortgage Towers? Find a lake and leap, Jilly.
I need the asset. Besides, I've borrowed on everything I own, including Eden.
Oh, really?
Really. Sign and you'll be in for 5%. 5% of millions.
I don't trust you.
Why should that make any difference?
You wouldn't be going to this kind of trouble unless
I was cutting Jake out? Oh, yes. That should appeal to you. Yes, of course. I will. Goodbye.
You telling me I'm forgiven yet again?
You know my moods.
No, I'm suspicious.
Oh, pity all your instincts aren't so sharp.
It's like waiting for a bullet in the neck.
I won't keep you waiting long. I love this view. Because it's the top of the hill.
Stick with me, and we'll share it all.
I've mortgaged everything. Everything. And as a result, I have an ironclad option on that land in the Northern Territory. Sad for Amal.
You fool.
Sad for you too, Jake. Very shortly, I shall be, to coin a phrase, the wealthiest woman in this country. And while you're dreaming of my dear dead sister, I'll claw this company right out from under you.
Don't come to the gate. I hate goodbyes.
So do I. You write to us?
Are you kidding? You and Mum are all I have. Bye, Dad.
Tom!
No, I really hate goodbyes.
I had to tell you this. My baby, you're the father. Our child will never know, but we know. I'm sorry, Tom. For all of us.
Tom, you'll miss your flight.
To hell with that. Sarah! Sarah, will you listen?
It won't change anything.
It does, damn it, it does. Listen, I was on my way back here with proof that I was not Stephanie's son. I'm not your brother.
Oh, it's not true.
By the time I came to, you were about to be married. Bill tried to reach Eden in time, but he didn't make it. I only kept quiet because I wanted you to be happy. But if I'd known about the child...
No, I won't believe it.
Don't believe me. Ask Bill.
It's true, Sarah.
No.
I'm so sorry.
Get an ambulance.